First and foremost, a lot of people to replace from last year's squad. How happy are you with the class that you have restocking the cupboards, if you will, there, Coach?
Yeah, we're very pleased, and of course, every coach in America today is saying the same thing. You know how happy and pleased they are about their recruiting class. But the big thing about this class is they're good young men, and they fit our culture. But these are not guys we just found in the last week or two and tried to sign them and fill a class. We've been recruiting these guys for some of them for well over a year now. So it was a mutual relationship. You want guys that want to be a part of your program. So I'm very excited. I think this might be the best class that we've had since I've been here.
I was going to say, it's a lot of those guys seem to be, they want to be here. I mean, it's one thing to talk them into come in and, promising them a ton, but you got a group that wants to be here. I mean, that's it, man.
It's about a relationship, man. You want somebody that wants you. It can't be one-sided where you're in love with something and they don't love you back. But just the overall athletic ability across the board, even with the bigs and linemen, as well as the skill positions. Like I said, this is probably the best class we've signed since we've been here, and we just showed 25 today, and we'll be making the rounds and recruiting some more guys after spring ball.
I wanted to ask you about the college readiness of the crew that I just saw. There's a lot of guys that go to a few of these and they say, well, in a year or two, maybe two, we'll get them on. These guys look like the bulk of them can step in and provide solid plays for you next year. Am I wrong in that?
Definitely. Now, we're blessed to where most of these guys won't have to play, but we're in a situation where, guys that come in, if they're freshmen that can play, we're going to play them right away. But physically, I think these guys are a little more ready than some of the guys we've brought in the past. But we're so excited, and TC, our strength coach, is ready to get to work with these guys.
How nice is it to have them on campus, because there's quite a few that are already here. They get way ahead of the curve, and obviously to get to work with TC as well to get them a head start.
Right. Obviously, since we've been here, we've always been able to bring our guys to summer school, and that's a blessing. Our administration has allowed us to do that. But when you have primarily, especially a quarterback that's coming in here, early enrollee, and a couple other guys that are enrolled right now and working out with the team, that's a blessing to have those guys here on campus.
How much? It's never easy because you're always looking for the top talent. You're recruiting against everybody, but how much different is it now walking into a house with that Eagles logo on, as I say, when you first got here in 2019?
It's times have changed. Times have changed. When you go 9-3 this year and the first playoff appearance in Central history, and as a staff we weren't pleased with how things finished up. Things have changed. People understand the brand in North Carolina Central now. And, it's testament to our staff and our players. We top 20 team in the country, and we were ranked as high as number 7. So, we're pleased and we're trending in the right direction.
And making steps, walk by the field out there on the way in. They're tearing up the turf, putting down some brand new stuff. You do well, good things happen. How nice is it to see that change out there to cook the program?
It's great. When the administration is supporting you, it starts with the chancellor and athletic director. It makes their job a lot easier. When we go out there and, they're dropping, $1 million turf down and state-of-the-art stuff, that makes recruiting a lot easier. And then the overall experience for our players, that's what it's all about.
And just going into this recruitment class, was there any position of need that you really just attacked aggressively, just all across the board?
Well, we needed a little bit at every position. But I think our defensive back, the defensive backfield is probably the one that we focused on the most. We had a lot of holes to fill back there, and you always want to get depth up front on both sides of the ball with the offensive line and defensive line. But this is the first year we kind of had to attack every position.
And coming up into the spring game, we got a couple months from that. Any special message you want to give out to the fans? Something to look forward to coming up to that game.
I'm excited to see all the alum that's coming back. And, we're a very young team. We were young last year, surprisingly. But it'll be good to see these young guys compete. Obviously, the quarterback position, we're expecting, obviously, Walker Harris to be our number 1 coming into the spring. But he's going to get pushed. We got Josh Jones that we redshirted last year, and then our new signee Martin. So that's going to be a battle at the quarterback position.